What is up, junkies? Welcome to officially spooky season, where we talk about scary movies all month long of December. Oh wow, October, not December
You're
yet.
fired.
I
You're
walked.
fired.
I
He's
walked.
in
Go
the past.
away.
Uh, you know what's funny? I went to Walmart and they already have their Christmas sections up.
Yes, here too.
Fucking.
Right?
I'm like, dude, fucking Christmas isn't for like 3 months. What the fuck? They had it up in September.
Ooh, start
Yeah,
early. You know what I'm saying?
and I was like, what the fuck?
I bet you even Santa Claus is like, what the fuck?
but also, like I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's our first actual video pod. You can see our faces here.
What's
You know, you
up?
can see Braxton flip us off and get his angry faces. You can see our cool backgrounds, like mine's spooky season. You know.
Yeah, my background's so cool. My parents' basement. This is great. I love it so much.
I'm
I,
actually really curious. People watching,
Me too.
if like they've listened to us, and now they're seeing our faces. They're like, I wonder if they envisioned us
do I look like a
correctly.
Braxton?
And then like,
They're
Does
probably
he look like a Papa Chung's?
they're probably like, that's a thick ass boy right there. Goddamn.
uh, I'm finally back. We got a new schedule, so we're still trying to work around that. Hopefully, I'll be on, but I'm here, and I'm
That's all that
always
matters, big dog.
and I'm joined. I didn't introduce you guys, but I'm joined by Braxton as always,
What's going on, everyone?
and Brandon,
What's up, Chipoppies?
and
What's up, cocksuckers?
Moviegoers. What up,
movie
moviegoers?
goers, movie fucks. You know, I listen to it all. Wasn't it is October? It's spooky season all month long. So with us every movie Monday, where we bring you the spookiest movies we could think of. And this week we have no news, but we are covering a triple feature movie, the first ever Junkies triple feature.
Gonna be a doozy.
And those ones are, I have them right here in front of me: The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness.
Let's go.
These are my first time ever watching all three of these movies. I've only seen the Evil Dead remake back in 2013. And so I decided, let's watch the classics.
Which
Bruce
isn't
Campbell.
bad. I
No.
will say I enjoy it a lot because it's modern and I like fucking blood.
That movie had a lot of blood in
Oh yeah.
I like when blood rushes to my nether region.
it. But yeah. And so, but first I just got to ask you guys. We'll start with Braxton. Have you watched anything other than the three movies we have to talk about today?
Who's going? You said Brennan and Braxton. So who's going first?
Braxton. I'm
You want me to
nervous.
go
People are
first?
seeing my faces for once, you know?
It's okay. You're handsome. If they don't like it, then fuck them. Watch She-Hulk this week,
Okay.
and by God, that episode. I'm
Oh
just gonna
yeah.
say some. I'm just gonna say someone returns, and he looks good.
I already
And
saw
I
fucking
almost.
spoilers. So
Well, they kind of already spoiled it with the trailer, so it's like if you don't know who it is, then like
yeah,
get your shit together.
I don't know if I'd call it a spoiler, but I was like, I don't know, last week you made it sound like it was someone I hadn't seen before.
I just wanted to build it up.
And then I saw it and I was like, oh.
And
I do want to say though, a little sloozy, you know, a little slut, little Mister Matt Murdock there, you know, what I'm saying.
well, it's not even Matt. It's okay. I'm just gonna come out and say it because they put it in the trailer, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Daredevil is back. Charlie Cox is back as Daredevil, and by God, does he hasn't skipped a beat. He still got it. He looks
Really?
Oh yeah.
great. I don't give a shit what anyone says. The yellow and red suit looks amazing.
I think it
It,
looks pretty
that's
good.
that's the first suit that we ever saw him in the comics in. So they kind of gave it a little throw. The comic book accurate suits that we've seen in Phase 4, fucking to die for. I
To the
love it.
fucking T.
Even Abomination looks more comic book accurate, and I love it. But yeah, no, like they play the Daredevil theme that they did in the Netflix series in it too, and I was just like, oh, he's like, I'm Daredevil, and you hear the You know, you hear the, and I was like, let's fucking go. And that episode was phenomenal. And you know what? If you weren't with She Hulk in the beginning, you talk shit, but like you're fired up for this episode, go fuck yourself. Because I love this series. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I forget the actress's name who plays She Hulk, but
Mm,
Melissa
I
something, I think. I don't know.
I think she truly embodies Jennifer Walters really well. Um, she definitely did her homework, and uh, I just love the character of She Hulk. And I hate when people say, "Fuck, it's so goofy." I'm like, well, maybe if you did your homework and you read the content or the the what's the word I'm looking for? Um, source material. There we
Yeah.
go. Reading the source material. If you read the source material, you would understand that She-Hulk's a very goofy, funny character when she's not fighting
Mm-hmm.
or in court. That's just who Jennifer Walters is. And Jennifer Walters is a little bit of a floozy, and she likes superhero pee. So get off her fucking ass, or I'll fight you.
Who doesn't like superhero pee pee?
Um, she's got needs. She's got wants. Leave the fucking woman alone. I'll beat your ass,
I know it's like, what do you think fucking Captain America and Iron Man did? I mean, that's the shit we
bro.
just didn't see. That's just the shit we didn't see. You know?
Bro, I'm gonna go back to the first episode of She-Hulk real quick, and when she's like, and when she's acting like she's drunk with Bruce,
Mm-hmm.
it's an end credit scene. It's funny as all get out. She's like, "Man, you think that ass deserved to die a virgin?" Blah, like, and then Banner's like, "Bruce didn't die, or Steve didn't die a virgin. He lost his virginity in the 1941 da 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 da," and she's like, "I knew it." He's like, "You're not drunk?" She's like, "Nope." She's like, "Captain America," and then it cuts. Captain America fucks. I'm like, of course he does. I mean, that's America's ass, god damn it. But yes, I love She-Hulk. I love that episode. I'm so glad to have Charlie Cox back, and I can't wait for Daredevil Reborn. So shout out Charlie. We love you. I do want to see him back in his red suit with the D with a double D on his chest because that is just flawless. Love it. Wow, chef's kiss. And then I watched Werewolf by Night,
Oh, I
which is
forgot about
also
that.
a yeah, it's a Marvel comic as well. Which fun fact for you was the first issue that Moon Knight made his appearance ever. But Moon Knight wasn't in it. But that I think that is what Marvel needs right now. It's a different feel. It's more on the premise of like a Van Helsing. I mean, they're hunters. Dealing with monsters and magic is it's just a new realm for Marvel, and I feel like they got a lot of story to tell with that. So I'm very excited to see where that goes. And also, they plan on doing more Werewolf by Night, whether that is more on Disney Plus or actually in a movie. Um, which I was very happy to see. They didn't use too much CGI with him. It was a lot of it was a practical suit.
Love that.
That's
It was
good.
like, and which I feel like we needed that too, since everyone bitches about CGI, which I don't know why.
You know, on the topic
When
of that, did you guys see what Christian Bale said that like working around for Thor: Love and Thunder, working around a bunch of green screens got kind of monotonous.
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, well, also
Interesting. I mean, it's interesting to think about it. Like what we see on screen
isn't
is
what they're
not
working with.
what they actually do, and it's
Yeah,
like
no.
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as you all know, and I feel like I speak for everyone on this pod. We prefer old school movie making, animatronics, actual sets, which felt like we needed, and that's what Werewolf by Night gave us. I felt like it was a set, um, but it was a practical suit that the actor actually wore of the werewolf, and he looks great. It didn't look he looked like the old school Wolfman, which I loved. It was kind of just a little, and it was in black and white. I feel like it was just a little. I feel like it was a love letter to
Mm.
those old school Universal monster movies, which you can't hate on that. You can't. It was beautiful. Um, there's another character who makes an appearance in it, which I'm a huge fan of. He is CGI, but when you're dealing with a character of that mass and that size and you want to get it right, I'm sorry, you have to use CGI. He's like, I'm gonna say he's probably a little bit smaller than the Hulk, but he's still a giant monster being, and we need more of him as well in the MCU. So, Werewolf by and also what they did in 55 minutes. Wow,
Mm.
they did not waste a second.
Good.
I'll have to give it a
And
watch because I'll be honest with you. I've been very bad when it comes to these Marvels. I was so caught up, and then Miss Marvel came out. Never watched it, and then
see,
She Hulk. I've only watched the
yeah,
first episode of.
I still need to catch up on Ms. Marvel.
Austin, you cannot be as bad as me when I've only watched fucking WandaVision.
Well, it's not bad. I've watched.
Oh, what the
I've
fuck?
watched. I've
Yeah,
watched
dude, I've
everything
been really bad.
up to Moon Knight, and then after Moon Knight, it's gone down. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I don't have the time, or I just I don't know. I really didn't really care for Miss Marvel, and then the first episode of She Hulk was good. I didn't mind it. I don't have like I don't understand a lot of the criticism that a lot of people have for it. I haven't watched anything else. I've just seen clips of that show, but I do want to probably check out Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf, but you will be. It was perfect for spooky season. I'm so glad they did it in October, and I just need more of it. And I just feel you might have to force yourself through an episode or two of Ms. Marvel. I
Yeah.
really do. I really do love that series. Again, I just kind of fell out of touch with it when She Hulk came out because I'm a bigger fan of She Hulk than Ms. Marvel. It's nothing against her. I just Hulk's my favorite, and
Hulk's your
you
favorite,
know,
and you bring in She Hulk. It's just
and she's probably my favorite heroess out of everyone, just because she's big, green, and sexy, bro. That's how and she's got brains on her. She's a lawyer. Bring that ass over here, mommy.
Oh my god.
But
Vintage.
sorry, I'll try to wrap this up. Like I said, whenever we go to me, this turns into a comic book podcast, which is coming from me. So be patient. Um, and then dude, I just with the news of Hugh Jackman being Wolverine again, I said to myself, I said, Brax, we need to visit one of the classics, in my opinion. That's the Wolverine, and that's when he's in Japan. And by God, that movie still holds up.
Okay,
It's just,
I thought you were talking about X Wolverine Origin.
which honestly, another one of those ones that gets a lot of criticism, and I don't know why. Yes, of course, we know the whole Deadpool thing. We were all upset, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, whatever. But it was still a kick ass fight. I don't give a fuck
I
what
have
anyone said.
a so when that movie was in theaters, me and my friend at the time wanted to go see it. So and this was when there was a $5 Magna theater.
Oh,
Okay,
those are the best.
and so we went up. I had a skateboard, and then my friend was riding my scooter. I just got the skateboard too. So we're going up, and I don't know what I thought. I thought the movie started at this certain time, so we got there, but they wouldn't let us bring my skateboard and my scooter in. So we found like a spot in the back to hide it,
Hmm.
Oh my
and
god.
then we bought the movie. And I kid you not, I don't know why didn't the ticket person didn't say anything. He's like, "All right, here you go. Give us the tickets. We got it in. 10 minutes left of the movie. We literally caught the end of the movie. 10 minutes.
I would have been
What a
like,
dick! What a
I would have,
dickhead!
Yeah. So then I'm
I
like,
would have, oh, I would have lost my shit. I would have said, give me my money back right now.
so
Or let me
then
see, or let me wait till the next showing and
yeah.
see it.
So then we left, and I was really disappointed. And then we went about back where we put my stuff, and that shit goes gone.
Oh,
Recently,
yeah.
like brand new skateboard, like $200 skateboard, and I feel bad because my parents had a garage sale, and they used some of that money to help get that skateboard for me because I really wanted one. I was grounded for 2 weeks just because of that.
Fuck. That's just
Did you
one of
get your
those
money
moments.
back?
No.
I would have. I would have
Fuck those
fought
guys.
somebody, dude.
I
Dude,
would have thrown
first
a
I
fucking
blame the
fit.
theater. First, they wouldn't let me bring in my stuff. Like they could have just put it in their back. You know what I mean? And then they gate. I spent like $10 because I bought my friend his ticket too. Last 10 minutes of the film, I'm just like, what the fuck?
I wonder. I wonder who took the skateboard.
Yeah, they probably
I
still
wonder if
have it.
they
It was a
still
nice
have it, dude.
element board too.
Dude, I don't understand. If you guys put it in a, I wonder someone had to have like been watching or something.
You know, and also, okay, it might have, not my defense, it wasn't the best hidden spot. It was literally
Oh,
just behind one of
Okay,
those
now I
green
don't really feel
generators
bad for
that you
you.
have like at school, you know?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It was literally behind one of those, and we're like, oh, it should be fine. And also, it was my scooter as well. So it was a double whammy for me. It was a triple
Oh,
whammy because the movie,
fuck.
and then two things stolen, and then I got grounded for 2 weeks. It was
Just
a fun time. I just wanted to see a
Fuck.
movie, and then my whole life crumbled right there.
Yeah. No, but dude, watching the fight between him and I forget the character's name, but when like he pulls out the when he fucking cuts himself open and he reaches into his heart and he pulls out the little nanobot, whatever the fuck, and he's like, "Don't hurt my friends." I was like, "Oh fuck!" I'm getting chills just fucking talking. He's like, and the guy's like, "What kind of monster are you?" He's like, "The Wolverine." I was like, "Let's fucking go!" I was like, "Rip him to shreds." So yeah, that so good. But yeah, that's what I've been watching.
Nice.
A lot of
you know,
So,
Marvel. A lot of Marvel.
just real quick,
every time, man. Every
yeah,
time.
real
Love
quick.
it though.
I want to just mention this. I don't want to spend any time on it. I just want to mention, since you guys have talked about Wolverine coming back in Deadpool last weekend, and you guys started talking about Logan,
Of course,
I want to watch Logan again.
I do too.
But with the Blu-ray that I have, it came with the black and white
Noir.
Noir.
Yes.
I want to watch that. I feel like it will add a. It's real, no.
I've watched it. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's amazing. It's good.
All right, so Brandon,
I don't own it, but I'll watch it.
what have you been watching?
Actually, honestly, this week has been super busy. So, I've only watched Supernatural
Mm-hmm.
season 10, baby. I'm pushing through it
Season
now.
10?
Let's fucking go,
I'm gonna be
dude.
5 more
sad.
seasons to go.
I'm gonna be sad when it's over, but I've been watching that. Every season is just fucking amazing. Constantly throwing shit at you. Never a dull moment. And then iZombie and Batman.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's it. Like it's been a
Not.
really busy week.
Bro,
Hey, that's okay.
proud of you, though,
Proud of you.
for watching
Love
Blade
you.
Runner.
Yes.
I
Oh,
wish you would have told
yeah.
me. I had to find out on the pod last week.
Honestly, we watched it and it's not that I forgot about it,
Thirsty
but I forgot to say anything.
Listen, Austin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak for Brandon here as his, as his mother since I've been watching so much She-Hulk. I feel like he could do the job. Listen, he was just in such awe and amazement of that movie that he couldn't. He didn't even think about it, and you can't be mad at him for it because it's just a great film.
I don't know if that's a hot take, but I will say I do think 2049 is better than the original Blade Runner. But
How dare you? How dare you?
Anyways,
You're done. You're done. You're done. You're fired. No way.
the only thing I watched this week,
Yeah, I was about to say, what have you been watching, Big Daddy?
I went to the movies with my daughter,
Oh, I know what he's gonna say.
and we saw
What did you-
Lyle Crocodile.
What the hell is that? I have never heard of
It's
that
about
ever.
a semi-mute crocodile who can't speak, but he can sing. So I'm gonna do a quick review,
Okay.
and then I got a story behind this that is very infuriating. But the movie, it
I got my
is,
skateboard stolen again.
yeah, no, the movie is very aimed at kids.
I would hope
But
so. It sounds like it is.
I'm a musical guy.
Mhm.
I kind of dig some of the songs. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd be playing that in the car with my daughter now. We're just both kind of like jamming, and
I ain't even mad at you because I know how you feel.
I think my daughter actually started crying in one of the scenes. I started hearing a little, dude, it warms my heart, But it's very aimed at kids, and I don't know. It's okay. I give it like 2 stars. I get it's a kids movie, but hey, I like some of the music in there.
Yeah.
So if you have a kid, go see it. But here's the problem. I went to this theater, Regal in Taylorsville. I went there.
Right down the street from me, big dog.
I went there, and 7:55 showing. All right, that's fine. I like a little bit of late movies. And then when you get in the theater, and you kind of just sit there and you just kind of check out the people with you, and what kind of vibe they're gonna give. You're like, are these guys gonna talk during the whole movie? I don't know. Everything was fine. I was like, okay, it's not too bad. And then 3 fucking 13-year-olds come in.
Oh,
And I'm already
fuck.
like, okay, here we fucking go, right? So this trailers are happening. They're talking. I don't really mind you guys talking during, trailers, whatever, you know. But I already knew what kind of vibe was gonna give off. And then 3 girls sit behind me and my daughter, and these 13-year-olds are just, 13-year-olds, man. They try to show off.
Slap.
They try
I'll
to be
slap a
funny,
motherfucker.
right? So the girls start kind of laughing a little bit. The movie
We
fucking
were all
starts.
13, dude.
The movie fucking starts, right? These motherfucking kids are just playing the sounds on their phone, right? Recording, doing funny shit, right? And I'm already kind of getting anxious, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a fucking kids movie, you know. Nobody else in it. It's almost like a full theater with family members. No one else will say anything to these kids. They just accept it. I don't know how. Okay, I get it's a kids movie, and I feel like if I turned around and was like, "Can you please shut up?" It's probably gonna make things worse. And I was just sitting
I
there,
would have
just
done it. I
I
wouldn't give a
know, I
fuck.
know. I thought about it, right? I thought about it, and I'm just sitting there watching it, and then the fucking musical part comes on. They're fucking getting up, stomping, whatever. So I'm getting to a point, right? I'm getting to a point. Like I'm like, okay, my daughter has to use the restroom. I'm gonna go take her, and then I cool down, right? Cool down a little bit. Walk in. I kept my cool throughout this whole entire movie. It's like an hour and 30-minute movie, an hour 40. I don't know. I kept my cool. I sat there. I accepted what was happening, but I was very irritated. I don't know why, but I have a thing with me that it's offensive. Like I did it when I saw Super Pets with my daughter, and someone had brought their baby in. Don't care. Bring your baby in a kids movie. Okay, I get it. Whatever. Don't bring him into a grown-up movie, and I gotta hear him cry if I'm actually really interested in what I'm seeing. But then this dude, I remember Super Pets. I think I brought it up, but he turned his flashlight on to try to soothe his child. So I told him, like at that point, I told him, "Can you please turn off your phone? It's a movie for Christ's sake." The couple next to me were like, "Yes, please." And then this couple left before the movie ended, and they threw their icy at us.
And they missed. I
They missed.
remember that.
They're
Throw
lucky
your
they
icy
missed.
at you?
They threw it at the couple, but if it hit my daughter, it would be end game. I would.
Dude, Austin would be getting fucking thrown in jail.
Yeah. So, other than that, with this
For
movie
good
currently,
reason.
and then I went. The movie's over. I cooled down. Right. I went to the restroom. My daughter's sitting outside. Who's in the restroom? I'm about to leave the restroom, and these fucking kids run and bump into me, and that's when I kind of lost my cool. I straight up like very stern and like kind of loud. Jesus fucking Christ. I did it right in front of them, and they just like looked at me. They're like,
Oh shit.
that's where I got fed up. The movie was okay, but my rant is here. And it happened
Don't
during
be a
Don't Worry, Darling.
bitch.
I saw Don't Worry, Darling. I don't know if I ever brought that up. But the people behind me did commentary on the movie. I understand what's happening. I'm fucking seeing it. If I wanted commentary, I would buy the Blu-ray, put on the special features, and listen to the commentary of what's happening in the movie. So, stay the fuck home, because at this point, if you're a person that sits on their phone during a movie, talks during a movie, whatever, you're ruining it for me. My wife doesn't even like going to the movies anymore because every time we've had this problem, it's every time we go to the movies.
Mhm.
It's gotten bad. I don't know if it's what happened with COVID and when theaters not being able to theaters for almost a whole year, everyone just lost their respect and how to act in the theater. And it sucks. And I know
Yeah,
I'm not the
that
only one. I feel like
100% is what it is.
Bro, I've said this on the pod before. Don't turn your phone on vibrate. Don't turn on silent. Turn it off and focus on the movie.
I just don't.
Okay.
Why do you pay money
Well,
to go see a movie just to sit on your phone?
I can't
because
turn my phone off in
But
case some.
you're decent enough to have it on vibrate where no one can hear
excuse
it, and
me.
then because I've been in the theater where someone answered the phone in the
Mhm.
theater.
Dude,
I
people
would have
are
lost it,
insane. I don't get
I
that.
bro.
think that happened
I
during Spider Man.
I have. Oh, I would have lost my shit, especially in a. You fuck my Marvel movie up, I will fuck your life up.
Dude, but what I'm afraid of most of all is seeing Black Adam in theaters because I feel like it's gonna happen. Like I have to literally go on a day where I know everyone's at work.
Bro, I'll go with you. I'll body a kid up. I don't give a fuck.
I'm
But
a
I have a similar story, dude. I this was back. This is when I went and saw A Quiet Place, and
which we all know what that movie is like. The fucking movie name is in the
exactly, it's
title.
A Quiet Place. My girlfriend at the time, we went and saw it. We are already running late, and I'm pissed off because it's my fault, and I hate being late to movies. Well, I hate being late to everything, but like
Mhm.
movies is like one of the top ones. Like I hate being late to. So we finally get there, and I don't like to interrupt people, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm a big dude. Like people gotta like either stand up or put their feet in or whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry,
Mm.
big hoss coming through, ha ha. But we finally get to our seats, and again, there's a whole row of fucking 13-year-olds, and I'm like, first of all, and they're just sitting there, and they're sitting in their fucking chairs, and they're fucking, oh no, he's gonna get hit. I'm fucking laughing and shit. And it's in the beginning of the movie when the son gets fucking fucked up, killed.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, oh man, he got fucked up. Oh. Dude, to one of the kids, he was leaning back. I fucking stuck my foot right there and it stopped him and he looked back and of course there's me. I said, will you please be quiet?
You're like, oh shit.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like,
Dude, that's the worst movie to talk into. I no, that's
dude,
what it
oh dude, he
was.
was, I just gave him, I just, do you want to see your parents again?
Dude, I had to yell at someone in Ghostbusters after a
And my
laugh.
girl, and my girlfriend at the time was like, she's like, you can't be. I'm like, no, they're being loud. I'm gonna tell them to be quiet. I didn't say the last thing,
Yeah.
You were thinking it
but
though.
I was fucking thinking it. I was like, she like grabbed me and pulled me back. I was like, no, they need to be quiet. Like, it's a movie
Dude,
theater. Hush.
I think I think even that with me at age 13, I was considerate. My daughter is fucking. I just don't. I can't believe that my daughter is 6 years old and acts more mature in a movie theater than 13-year-olds do.
You trained her well.
Yes, I did.
Another, hey, one more story, and then let's get on
Um.
with these amazing films. So my cousin Baylor, again, it was his 13th birthday. We went and saw Spider-Man: No Way Home. Oh, he brought all of his fucking jabroni ass friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they were fucking hooting and fucking hollering. So I was sitting in the row, like 2 rows behind, with my grandma and my aunt. And so Cruz was there too. So I was like, I'm gonna go sit with Cruz. So I went down and sat down, and they kind of looked over at me. I said, in the back of my head, I'm like, what the fuck are you little pricks looking at? And it's all, they were chit chatting. I looked over at him and said, be quiet, please. We're in a movie. This chick had the fucking audacity, the girl that came with, her flashlight and started recording, like, to put on her Snapchat. I said, put your
Oh.
goddamn. I looked at her and I said, put your goddamn phone away right now. And she's like, I was like, bitch, I will slap the dog shit out of you. And then I'll slap your fucking parents for raising you this way. Like, again, didn't say it, but I gave her the look. Like, you want to fuck with me?
I will take
Watch
your
the.
phone and
I was
throw
like,
it in
first
the
of all,
fucking trash.
exactly. It's like, okay, the disrespect. You're getting a free movie. My aunt works really hard to take, she deal with kids all day.
Mhm.
Two, be respectful. Three, we bought popcorn and shit for you guys, and that shit ain't cheap. So you better sit down, watch the movie, and fucking eat it. Enough of hey, this is your fucking warning. If I'm ever in a fucking theater with you and you want to act up, I'll act you up. I'm coming for you.
Dude, I just want to start a movie theater
Braxton's
and
crazy.
have like a membership type thing. You know what I
So
mean?
down, let's a junkie theater.
And then like, you only accepted into it if you don't talk and you just want to watch a movie. Because at
Yep.
this point, I would look at when I'm about to pick seats, and if there's a lot of
hmm
people in the theater, I get hesitant.
I do as well.
I'm like,
It's fucking
oof.
ass.
That's why I haven't seen Barbarian yet. Like me and my wife were almost saw it twice. Like we didn't see it the first time, and then we were like, let's go see it again. I checked the app. Theater, it was almost sold. There was like a couple seats left, and I was like, I don't think that's gonna work, babe. So then we saw Don't Worry, Darling, and I still had people talk. But
I think
regardless,
one of my biggest pet peeves, other than like people talking in the movie when it comes to just movies in general, is after the movie and people just leave all their fucking trash everywhere.
Fuck them.
Throw your trash away, dude. It takes like you're
It's just
walking next to the trash can. Or when they just like
speaking.
pile it up on top of the fucking trash that's
Yeah.
already filled up. Like there are fucking trash cans scattered throughout the theater. You're gonna pass like five on your way out. Just throw it in one of them.
Speaking as a custodian at a high school, I know what these people go through. So I'm gonna try to make. And I love when people go, "No, that's your job." It's like I will slap the shit out of you, bitch.
Well, okay, if that's their
Dude,
job,
you can't.
why not do everything you can to make their job easier?
Exactly. Like, dude, you can't swing a fucking dead cat around here without hitting a garbage can. Like,
yeah.
come on. Are you fucking serious?
Now,
And also, like, I have to deal with that, like, baseball kids, fucking worst. They think they're the hottest shit ever. Just leave their fucking trash on the tables at the high school. And I'm like, you gonna pick that up? He's like, oh, I'm just leaving it there so you get more money. So I'm like, it's not how it works, jackass. Pick up your fucking food. I did
dude,
say that.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't expect you to pick up every little fucking popcorn piece of popcorn you drop, but
Oh, of
like,
course. Yeah.
put your trash. I mean, just put your trash in the trash. I don't know.
It's really not that hard.
But luckily, we've been fortunate enough to every time we've gone to the movies, not have anybody like be jackasses
Lucky,
and
lucky
like
son.
using shit. I mean, I usually give people pretty much like three chances
Oh, yeah.
before I say something. You know, one
Well,
instance I'm like, okay, there's one. It's probably gonna happen again. You know, and I've said things before.
oh, I have, yeah. This was okay. One more, and then let's get on to these reviews. I'm sorry, but this was an Endgame. This is when Endgame came out,
Oh my god.
and like I said, you know me. This Marvel's my life. I love comic books. This movie was a very emotional roller coaster for me as it is. I don't need fuck nuts ruining it for me. So there's this guy in the back, and like the movie just start, and it was constantly, oh shit, this, oh that's that guy, like, and it was like like how we're talking now, like you could hear a fucking pin drop in this theater, and I was sitting next to this guy, and like, no, I was sitting next to another guy. It was a guy behind me
Mm-hmm.
that was saying this, and like, and Cole, shout out Coleslaw Gaming, he was sitting right next to me, and like I looked at Cole, and I looked at this guy, and he like the guy had had enough of it too, sitting next to me, and I just gave him the, and I turn around and I said, "Will you please shut the fuck up?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Shh."
Usually, 9 times out of 10, when you say something to people, they're
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh shit, someone actually said something to me."
Yeah, motherfucker. If you got a
Like,
problem, I'll beat you fucking senseless.
and a lot of people don't like confrontation. So
Oh, I
normally, if you say something the first round, they're
shit.
gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm done." Okay.
Shit, I feed off that shit, bro. I don't go looking for it, but I will end it. You know what I'm
Just
saying, cuz?
fear me.
Okay, let's fucking get into these. I'm gonna act
All
up.
right. So, it's Evil Dead time, my fellow friends, family members.
Yes.
We. I don't know how to start this, to be honest with you. I guess we'll just start with the first one.
Hey, start at the
Honestly,
beginning. Start at the
yeah.
beginning, Big Daddy.
And you know, let's. I'd say Austin, you seen this is your first time seeing them, dude. Let's
Oof.
fucking hear what you got to say. We'll
Okay.
we'll start off. I say we start off with the first one,
Hmm.
talk about the first one, then so on and so forth.
Yeah. So,
Start at the beginning.
I didn't have time to rewatch this. I did watch it back in June, though.
Hmm.
I was, I bought them because I think that was around the time that the Evil Dead game came out. Me and Braxton
Something
played a
else.
little bit, and then I was like, I still never seen any of these movies, so I really didn't understand a lot of like the reference in the Evil Dead game.
I remember.
So
I
I was just
remember.
like, all right, I gotta watch this, right?
I
So,
remember. I remember. Austin was like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "You gotta watch the movie. You'll get the joke."
so 1981, dude.
What a time.
1981 was the Evil Dead came out, directed by
Hmm.
Sam Raimi. Bruce Campbell. I cannot think more of a perfect casting, a perfect
Of
duo as
course.
well,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, I agree.
I loved. I will. This is gonna be like a common, uh, reoccur. Like when I say this, the practical effects, especially in the 80s.
Hmm.
Like you would like, because I watched this with my wife, and I don't know if she liked it as much as I did. I just the 80s with horror films is something different. You know what I mean? They're cheesy for its time. Like if we watch it now, yes, it's cheesy.
Back then, though, you're probably like, "Damn,
Yeah,
this is
back
fucking
then,
crazy."
and the Evil Dead is, I think, by far, I think the most goriest out of the two, or out of the three. There's some good ones in Evil Dead 2, but
You gotta watch the series if you want real gore.
yeah, I really actually like this. I didn't like it. I love the Evil Dead. You know, I this is probably the only one that is just pure horror. I can't remember if there's any comedy in this one. I think it's just pure horror. And there's some pretty nasty scenes in this too. Like the
Hmm.
part where she gets stabbed in the ankle. I hate that. I hate it.
Ooh.
I fucking hate that part. I will say this about Ash though, and it's gonna come through these. He moves on really fast.
Oh, uh,
He sees
Hey,
his girl
he's
get
one of the
killed.
he's one of the original. These hoes ain't shit.
But no, man, I have more to say on Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness because I did watch those recently. The Evil Dead I did watch back in June. I just didn't have time to rewatch it, but it's very well acted. I love the special effects. I don't know if you guys knew, but I think they brought on the same dude who does the Walking Dead effects. because I did after watching Evil Dead 2, I watched the making of Evil Dead 2, and so I'm almost done with it. So I got some facts for that one. Oh, I will say though, and I put this in my review on Letterbox. I don't know if Ash really would have made it through that night if he encountered any more bookshelves. That dude got trampled by two bookshelves in that movie and just like couldn't get up. It was funny. And I love where they use the axe and they're just hacking and slashing one of the deadites.
Dude,
This is horror. Classic horror. And I hate that it took me so long to see The Evil Dead. So for this one, it gets a double stamp from me. Because
Let's go.
I really liked it. I I honestly, watching this though, like the Evil Dead, I was like, I don't know why people have such like a big thing with Ash, right? I get he's like the main character, but in the first one, he doesn't. I don't think he talks a lot. He says some things. It's not until Evil Dead 2 and an Army of Darkness where more of him grew on me. If that makes
oh,
any sense.
Yeah.
all his like fucking quotes and shit come from the second and the third movie, and also the series, for sure.
But yeah, that's my initial like my review on the Evil Dead.
Brandon, you want to take it or do you want me to take it?
I got it.
Okay.
So I had seen this movie a long time ago before, and I had already loved it. I had never seen the second one, don't believe. I know for a fact I hadn't seen Army of Darkness, and I had seen the remake. And then just like, God, this past year, my wife was like, let's watch these movies because she loves those movies. And man, just it just reignited like a whole new like love for just the whole freaking series, honestly. Like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, 80s horror, you know, we were talking about this last week. The OG Halloween, like they're just the classics, you know.
It's goat horror. It's goated. Like you
Yeah,
can't touch it. You can't say shit about late '70s through on the '80s horror because I feel like that's where it really started, and we wouldn't have what we have today if it wasn't for
I agree with
that
that.
time era.
And just like the whole uh demonic possession and stuff and the whole story they tell. It's just great, honestly. You know, I do think Austin's on the point where I believe that this one is a lot more gory and a lot more horror-y, whereas like the second and third one kind of lean towards that dark comedy type. But it's just a fun movie. I have fuck. I'm wearing Evil Dead shirt. You know, I love this shit so much. I give it double stamp. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And Bruce Campbell, freaking genius, man. I love him. We met him at Comic Con
Mm-hmm.
last year. He's just a outstanding dude. He's great. He loves his fans. A movie like this just has the biggest cult following. I mean, they have Evil Dead fandoms and stuff,
Yeah, they
and
do.
they have like whole ass events like Comic Cons and shit for Evil Dead. So it's just this big thing that
Awesome.
everybody loves. And then Sam Raimi, like I love everything that he does. I think he does fantastic. I think he knows what he's doing. He knows how to do camera work. He knows how to make shit creepy, you know. But I love it. So that's really all I gotta say about it.
Hell yeah. Am I up?
You're up.
Okay. So my love for the Evil Dead came. I always knew about Ash.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who the fuck's this guy with the chainsaw arm? Like, who the fuck is this guy? And I have this company that I always buy T-shirts from, Warrior Culture Gear. Shout out Warrior Culture Gear. and it has. I was gonna wear it tonight. I couldn't find it because it's probably in a box or something because I just moved. And but it says a good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun. Hell to the king,
Mm-hmm.
baby. You know, it's just like okay. I bought because I remember I bought this shirt and I said I can't wear this until I have watched all these movies.
Yeah.
So I went to FYE when FYE was off Redwood. Shout out FYE. I love that store so much. I'm so sad they went out, but hey, we got the Regals out of it, I guess. So
No,
whatever.
you got Planet Fitness out of it. Not Planet
Oh, that's
EOS Fitness.
right. That's
They still
right.
have one up in Ogden. It's in a mall.
They have one down in Orem too.
Oh, I think that's what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, that one's in the mall. But yeah, but I was it was funny because I remember I popped the first movie in, which I got the steelbook out of the first movie,
Mm-hmm.
which I was like, that's sick. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. So I popped in the first movie and like I was expecting. We all know Ash.
Yeah.
I'm a badass. You can't fuck with me. I don't care what demon you are, or whatever. I was expecting that Ash in the first movie, and so I was like, he's kind of a pussy. I was expecting cocky Ash that don't take no shit from no one,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I got this very scared, very afraid, like what the fuck's going on, and I was like, what? Like, and then obviously the end of the movie, I'm like, okay, how the fuck is there two more installments?
Right.
But I definitely agree. This is goat horror. This is great. I also love everything that Sam Raimi does. You can tell when Sam Raimi directs a movie because he uses the same shots, the like the spiral zoom in, which is fantastic. I love how when you're the demon the first person, like you can tell it's excuse me, it's it's handheld footage
Mm-hmm.
of them like going around and like that's the demon.
That's the one thing I really loved about the game
Yes.
is you can play as the demon, and
Well,
it's
also,
just like that.
I love how they use that same. Sorry, my mind just went blank. I love how they use that same camera work in the show as well.
Hmm.
Like they're paying respects to Sam Raimi, and yes, the camera work is great. I love the use of practical effects. It's super creepy. It's super, it's gory. It's hoary. But even though this isn't my favorite installment, it's where it began, so it's gonna always have my respect. Again, I love Sam Raimi. I love Bruce Campbell. That combo is just amazing. The fact that those two have been friends even in film school and just have made movies. That was Sam Raimi's first film, and Bruce Campbell's as an actor was The Evil Dead. Like, and just the fact that Sam Raimi, went to his best friend and said, "Hey, do you want to star in this movie I'm making?" Just goes to show like what kind of a down to earth amazing person Sam Raimi is as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys hit all those on the head, so I'm gonna agree with all of it. It's gonna get a double stamp, even though it's not my favorite. But yeah, let's do it. Let's move on.
So I'm trying to look because I remember watching Evil, the making of Evil Dead 2, that they actually filmed the Evil Dead in I think 1979, and then they sat on it, and it didn't release until 1981.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
So now we
They
go.
probably didn't have a lot of editing to do back then, did they?
No, I don't know what they were doing. I can't remember exactly. I know that like Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell went to go work on another film at that time, and it didn't do so well, so they thought their careers were over. And then The Evil Dead came out, and it
Okay.
just kind of
Look
sparked
at
that,
them now.
right? So
Right.
Evil Dead 2, right? I remember Brandon telling me something about it beforehand that just kind of you gotta like skip the first 10 minutes or so, and then it shows like it picks right up, right? Because you're watching it, and it just seems like did they just like cancel all the events from the first one? Because this time it's just Ash and Linda. None of his friends are there that died. So it's like,
Yeah.
and so I thought it was just a reboot in such way. And also, people thought that it was a sequel, and so a lot of people in the theater just thought like Ash was really dumb enough to go back to the same cabin with a new girlfriend,
uh,
right?
so I believe it's actually like if I read it correctly, and if it's even true, is that they couldn't use like flashback scenes back then.
No, because they didn't have the rights to their own film.
Okay,
Bullshit.
So
so
Fuck
then they
that.
just fucking pretty much recapped the first movie.
yeah, so according to Bruce Campbell, rights issues ended up leading to the film become neither a reboot nor a sequel. The original Evil Dead was distributed by New Line Cinema, while Evil Dead 2 was distributed by I'm not going to try to pronounce this company, but that meant Raimi and his crew couldn't get rights to their own film. So this led to the first few minutes of Evil Dead 2 being a scaled down recap of the first film that boils down to the plot of the first film fairly quickly, despite the opening of Evil Dead 2 almost making the original films redundant. So, like you said, if you just kind of skip that recap, it kind of fits perfectly in with what happens at the end of the first Evil Dead because the camera zooms through. But Bruce Campbell said himself that Ash was dead. Like that's how they never and like I think Sam Raimi didn't even want to make a sequel.
Huh.
So they shot the first one to not to make any more sequels. So Ash is supposed to die at the end of Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, because that's kind of what happens. Like he's trying to get out or escape, and then the fucking or the demon, sorry,
Yeah.
attacks him.
Could you imagine if they didn't? What a missed opportunity that would have been.
So
If
now
they
we
didn't
jump
what?
in.
If they didn't make the sequels. If they
Oh,
just kept
oh
it like
yeah.
and we wouldn't have Ash. He wouldn't be such a big horror icon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ash has been in Marvel comics. I mean, he's fought Freddy, he's fought Jason. I think he's fought Michael Myers, and he's beaten all their asses. Like he had, like they've explained it, like he has supernatural abilities. That's why he's like the only one that can actually like take this shit on.
Mm-hmm. But now you jump several years later, 1987, and then we get Evil Dead 2, or also known as Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn. And let me tell you right now, Ash gets put through the fucking ringer in this film.
Oh, for
Yeah, he does,
sure,
dude.
I'm
he
surprised a
gets
lot of the times what
fucked up.
happens to him. And it's like, is how is he not dead?
That's why he has the like he has like supernatural, like he's built
Mm-hmm.
he's built different. No, but like legit, like he's almost like cursed, and that kind of explains it in. I haven't read any of the comics, but they go into it in the comics, and they also kind of go into it in the series as well, because he's like the chosen one.
Dude,
Like it's like Doom Guy. I mean, Doom
Yeah,
Guy's special.
exactly.
Or it's like Sam and Dean. They're special. He's just special.
I'm special.
so as with Brax, like he said, I kind of knew from what I've heard as Ash as being the smart, like a smart ass, quick one liners type of dude, badass, right? So the first one, not so much. But then you
Pussy.
get into Evil Dead 2. And this is like the Ash I know, we all know.
And we all love.
And I love that they added comedy into this with the horror element. Like, horror's still in there, but there's some good comedy,
Mhm.
right? I put in my review, just real quick, that this movie is nothing but groovy.
Facts.
Dude, just like
Facts.
the reason, I mean, I'll just touch on it real quick. The reason why I love this movie so much is because I guess I just have a thing when it comes to like charismatic,
Mm-hmm.
and in a situation like this, I would probably be like Ash, and I would probably just be fucking joking and, you know, just laughing, just
Yeah,
kind of going crazy because like in a situation like this, what can you do? Yeah, you're probably scared, but I usually laugh about situations I'm scared in and make jokes, you know? That's why I fucking love Ash.
dude.
Like, so keep going.
So I do like that Bruce Campbell during this time he had a stunt double, and I think he only used him for one scene, and that's him falling down the stairs. So Bruce Campbell did a lot of his own things in this film, and I love this is where it comes back to the practical effects. I think they work so much better in Evil Dead 2. They
Yes.
put so much time, so much dedication into this film. So, like when Ash is trying to drive in his car and get away, and he fucking crashes and flies out the window. First of all, how is he not dead? Second of all, he hit his fucking head on that tree. But
Again,
they
he
used
has
a
supernatural
practical
abilities.
dummy to fly out that window. Obviously, they're not gonna do it for real, but still, very good stuff. The makeup on the demons, the deadites, amazing. Fucking what's dude? I remember looking at this movie before, and I was like, oh wait, fucking Ted Ramsey's in the Evil Dead series as well. You know, I was like, who? His brother, Sam Raimi's brother.
Hmm.
Because I remember we were watching The Quarry, or we played The Quarry, and he's in that game.
Yeah, he plays the police officer.
So I'm like, who the fuck does he play? I watched all of Evil Dead 2, or just Evil Dead 2, and I was like, I did not see him once in this film. Fucking plays Henrietta, bro.
Does he
He
really?
is, yes.
Oh my god,
He's
that
in
is
the suit and
fucking
everything and plays Henrietta,
pure gold.
right?
That is amazing.
So, that, I love the blood. Dude, when Jake, if you haven't seen this movie, it's all spoilers right now because it's old. There's a scene though where Jake gets dragged into the cellar and it's just blood bursts out. This is where I'm like, I don't know if the first one is actually a little bit gorier because there's two scenes in this that make that happen. I also, and then I'm kind of just going back and forth with scenes, but hey, it's our podcast. So I do what I want.
Fucking right.
The scene where Ash's hand goes evil, that is pure gold.
Physical comedy gold.
Dude,
Like
you
that
just
is just like yeah, exactly.
I think I don't know if it's true, but I feel like Liar Liar took some inspiration from that when he's like, this pen is, think
Mm.
about it, it kind of sums it up. But I love that, and then him, I put in my review, so I'm gonna skip like when he's like he does that flip. I watched behind the scenes when his hands like punching in, breaking all the plates on his head, and grabs him. He does the flip himself onto the ground. So good. And then
Impressive.
when he fucking chainsaws his own hand off, the fucking score, the blood, the fucking manic screaming is just chef kiss. So fucking tense. And then my favorite scene is like a few seconds later when he grabs a book and it's like a farewell to arms. That's the title. Just so good, dude. So good. But I will just say Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are a force to reckon with. From start to finish, I was in awe. Bruce Campbell as Ash is perfect casting, and as he has some of the best one-liners. I love that this didn't take itself too seriously and is just so much fun. I already covered the practical effects; they are great. And I just, at the end of my review, I just put, I can't wait to check out Army of Darkness. So this is like a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. To me, this is like a perfect horror film. And one of my favorite one-liners. A lot of people's the most badass scene. There's a couple is when he finally gets a chainsaw hand and he does that double flip with the double
He
barrel.
did with the shotgun. Oh
Yeah,
my god!
puts it in and
And
he goes groovy, right?
I
Great.
ejaculated. I came all over my bed.
Dude, so quick funny story, since we're just talking about the chainsaw, is when we met him at Comic Con, he signed a fucking big ass poster that we
Mm-hmm.
have, and I wish I could show you guys, but it's the Army of Darkness, so it's this right here, and he signed it, and I guess his fucking finger like smudged. I can't remember one of the fucking things he wrote, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. Here, just for that, I'll give you guys a little chainsaw action." And he put fucking marks on the chain, like around the chainsaw, to make it look like it's turning.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's exactly what he said. He's like, "I'll give you a little bit of chainsaw action right here." Dude, he's just a great guy. Like, holy fuck. And he
So
loves his fans too.
that's what makes him great. I do. My favorite one-liner though is towards the end of the film, and I can't know if it's Henrietta. I can't remember. It's either her or a deadite, and then they're just like, "I want to swallow your soul. I want to swallow your soul," over and over again. He just points that shotgun and says, "Swallow this."
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god, so
Just
badass.
perfect one-liners, man.
But I'm in. This is if you haven't seen Evil Dead 2, watch it because in my opinion, I do think it's better than the original. I think that's just because I do like the comedy slash horror elements. Um, but yeah, I love this. It's like a perfect horror film. I think it might be one of those movies I want to watch every spooky season now.
Definitely.
I'm glad I got to check this out, and I'm just glad they made the sequel for it because it works. It just fucking works, dude. And I love Evil Ash. Evil Ash is great. But that's
Agreed.
it. Yeah, you guys want to watch this movie? Watch it.
I'm on my screen. I'm pointing at Braxton. Braxton, you fucking go, bro.
Oh, you want me to take it?
Yeah, you got it.
See, I just again, I watched all these in one night. So I remember I popped in the second one and I was like, "What?" Like to the beginning. I was like, "This makes no okay. Whatever, I'll go with this." I'm like, "So is this a reboot? Why do they call it the 2 whatever?" And then I forgot, but it definitely this is definitely the Ash that we all know and love and we all fell in love with. Cocky, arrogant, don't give a fuck. I'll kick your ass, and
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love this Ash so much. But I agree. Like, so funny story with Henrietta. So there's a scene where like the shit comes out of her ear, like goo.
Yeah,
It's sweat
it's
from
milky
Ted.
sweat.
Yep, yep.
And I love that they
And,
used it.
oh well, why wouldn't you? Just to make it look. That is the most grotesque, gross fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of them I've seen in my entire life. I was just like,
Oh,
"Brr."
dude, the way
I was like,
she looks is because she's been down there for
yeah,
fucking like
yeah,
years.
yeah. I was like, kill it now, kill it with
Burn it.
fire, kill it with fire. And I agree. Like, this is what I think fucking action horror, whatever, is kind of missing today. And that's just like, we don't have like the macho badass one liner guy. Like, everyone's got to be like all sensitive and shit, which I don't mind, but it's just like, bro, give me just a macho, like, I got this type of dude. And that's what Ash is.
Mm-hmm.
And I love his one liners. And like I just loved also like when he goes into the shed, and I and this is another thing I love. Give me a horror movie where they fight back, where they can like I hate when they're just helpless. Like fuck this. And that's what Ash is. He's the answer. That's why he can take all these fuckers on is cuz he's like I'm not afraid to fight back. And I
Mm-hmm.
love that. And I love how it also shows like his knowledge of like he's a jack of all trades. Like he took that chainsaw and hot wired it, and all this he's doing it all one handed, and it's like, and it's just like one of those badass scenes where it's like, oh fuck, he's about to go to war. And out of all things, he's like, I'm gonna attach this fucking giant ass logging chainsaw to my fucking arm. I'm gonna kill all these sons of bitches. I was like, hell yeah, brother. And I love how he's like, I'm gonna take this shotgun, make it a cut. I'm gonna make it a sawed off. He takes the chainsaw. Groovy. I'm like, let's fucking go.
I was waiting for the line to come in. I was like, I know he says groovy. Well, where is it?
And then it's right there. It's like,
There it is.
nut. And I also always thought it was funny how it's like, okay, he has one arm or one hand, so he's gonna choose a double barrel shotgun as his firearm. Hmm.
Hmm.
And I love how it shows like how well, it shows it in Army of Darkness, but like I love how it shows out how he reloads it. And she was like, okay, he's done this a while, but I just love how he just keeps like just the design of Ash. I love it. I love I just love this movie. It's great. It gets two thumbs up out of me, and fuck, I can't express how much I love this film.
I will say just real quick, now that I think about it, there's no point in all three of these films that he catches a break because it just seems like it just picks up one after the other. So I'm really thinking all this took in with like a 2 week span, maybe a week span of him just getting fucked.
Well, demons aren't gonna give you a break. They're gonna be like, "Oh,
Dude,
I
I
see you're
know.
tired." They're tired. They're fucking
I'm
trying to wear
just
you
saying.
out. But
Well, fucking hey, and then you watch the series, and it's like, okay, he's had a little bit of a break. It's time to ruffle the feathers. But we'll get to that in a sec.
Go
like
ahead.
I said, I
Brandon Pickett.
fucking I don't really remember if I had ever seen this movie. I'm a big horror buff, and I definitely remember seeing the first one like way, way, way back. But I don't think I ever actually got around to the second one. And by God, man, when me and my wife watched it, I fucking just fell in love, dude. This is a amazing movie, dude. Like, yes, at the beginning, I was confused as shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we kind of both were actually. We were just kind of like, whatever, fuck it. You know, if it's a reboot, then it's a reboot because it kind of does take a tonal different than the first movie does. But yeah, man, the best scene for me in the whole movie is when Ash is just going crazy.
Yes, when he's
Af-
laughing. Oh my
When he's
god.
laughing and he's dancing with the freaking demon or the demons and all the bookshelves and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's just so funny. And he's sitting there doing like the up down thing. Dude, I love it. And the camera's best scene for me ever. And I love all the iconic quotes. Groovy, swallow this. You know, I, me and Braxton. Braxton was saying he's on a big Ice Nine Kills buff. Shout out to Ice Nine Kills for making an Evil Dead song called Ex Mortis. But the breakdown is literally just them saying swallow this, and it's fucking gets me every
Ooh.
time. Yeah, dude. If you haven't listened to it, Austin, you need to. But yeah, man, freaking Henrietta. That's crazy that that was played by Ted Raimi. I had no clue.
Neither
I
did
I looked up a picture and I can actually see it now.
Oh, I can show
Yeah.
it. I can show our audience today. Hold on. I
Um,
like this.
but yeah,
Gross.
I
I don't
agree
know
with
if I can do
Braxton.
it.
It is the one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. And you
Besides
see
you,
this,
Austin.
and you
What?
see, and
So,
you see this, and it's like, oh my god.
let's see.
Kill it! Kill it now!
So I'm on Google right now, and our audience, our members, our listeners can see what I'm looking at right now. She has like two different forms, and it's fucking crazy. So she turns into a fucking snakehead, doesn't she? Little,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fucking creepy. But like, I'm trying to see full. Yeah, so like they don't show me like full, but it's crazy the transformation. I could kind of see it now after I found out that's who it was.
Mm-hmm.
But my god, she's just creepy
She a
looking.
big, she a big old bitch.
Look at that. But yeah,
Uh,
Can
fucking.
I start us off with Army of Darkness?
that's fine.
Hell
But
yeah.
just like
Oh, sorry. I
I
thought you were
just
done, Brandon. My bad.
oh no, I was just gonna real quick like I just love that these movies just started something amazing. I mean, like Braxton was saying, without these movies, especially without the second one, Army of Darkness, like we wouldn't have the game, we wouldn't have the series, we wouldn't have the fucking events that they do for Evil Dead. It's just crazy because as a big horror movie person, I don't think I know of any horror movie that actually has as big of a following as Evil Dead. Like when we went and met Bruce Campbell, dude, that line
It's
was
huge.
fucking long. Long. Like we stood in that bitch for like 2 hours.
God damn.
There was a lot of people, and his shit was sold out. Autographs and photo ops sold out. So, and everyone had Evil Dead memorabilia. You know, there were people dressed up as fucking Ash. There were people that had like the Necronomicon and stuff. So, I just love this movie, and I love what it gave us. You know, thank you, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. You
Thank
guys
you.
are amazing. But double stamp of approval, hands down. If you haven't seen this, 100%, like you're missing out. Especially if you love horror movies. Now is the perfect time to get into these. But
Spooky season, god damn it.
Spooky
spooky season,
goddamn
baby.
season.
All right. Now we're going to talk about my favorite installment
Oh yeah, me too.
to the Evil Dead, and that is Army of Darkness. Let's fucking go. And this is where I feel like Ash fully transforms, fully evolves into Ash that we all know and love. And from the second movie, he gets sucked into this portal, and it's like, well, where the fuck did he go? Takes him back in time to the medieval times, and everyone's looking at him like, who the fuck is this dude? I just like the first 10 minutes of that movie is amazing, and this is where they start talking about how he's the chosen one. He's different. He will vanquish evil from the earth.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Deadites. That's what
Yeah,
for people listening. That's what the demons are called. Those are called Deadites.
Deadites. Yeah, and so he shows up. You know, yeah, he gets fucked up, but he always shows up at the right place at the right time to deal with the problem. And it just so happened back in the medieval times they had a Deadite problem. And so I just love how fucking my okay, I don't think it's my favorite line. It's top 3 for me. though, it's when he's talking about his shotgun, his
Knew
boomstick.
I knew you were gonna bring that up,
Yeah,
dude.
this is my. It's part of the reason why I own a double barrel shotgun is because I wanted to be like Ash. He's like, this is my boomstick.
Oh, dude,
You primeval or what you primates or whatever the fuck he calls them. I was like, oh my god, this
it's
guy's
so
a badass.
it's so funny that you say that because I remember shooting with you and shooting your fucking double barrel, and that bitch has got a kick to it.
Oh yeah,
A-
dude.
Ash shoots that motherfucker like
It's nothing.
no problem, dude.
I don't know if he's running the load that I was running because if he's shooting that bitch with my load, uh,
Dude,
I knew it was going
then
somewhere.
that's
dude, if you don't have that
then
bitch
dude.
tucked into your shoulder's
Oh
coming
yeah,
off, dude.
I do want to try to shoot it one handed.
Fucking video it and then send it to us. We'll fucking
We'll put
show
it
us how you
on.
did.
Yeah, I'll probably end up with a fucking bruise on my fucking face. But and it's just when I just love how they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill you because you look different and you look like you're part of the Deadites. He's like, motherfucker, I'm the one fighting the Deadites. Like, you ain't got shit because of me. And like, I just love how his chainsaw is just like, oh, like this is the weapon of the Slayer. This is the weapon of the Chosen One. And he just kicks the shit out of this Deadite that they drop him. They drop him into this fucking tunnel or whatever. It's watery and mercury, and all of a sudden you see a Deadite come up, and he's like, "Let me out of here!" And the wizard fucking throws him his chainsaw, and he catches it, starts it up, whoa, and he's like, "Come on, bitch!"
Uh,
Fucks it up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" I think my favorite line from this movie is no. This is my second favorite line. I'm sorry. When he goes, "Hey, she bitch," he's reloading his shotgun. Come get some.
Oh, great. I wasn't mention that. It's a good line.
And again, it has one of those scenes where he's like, "All right, I gotta." He makes he makes his hand, and I just love how it shows like he's a handyman. He knows his way around a garage, around tools, and he makes his hand. It's groovy.
That medieval hand,
It's
armored
dope
hand,
as
is
fuck.
it's
Which pisses me off because it's like, okay, they showed him with it at the end of the movie, but he doesn't have it in the series. Okay.
probably just took. Did they not mention it at all in the series?
Well, though he mentions his past, but they didn't mention the hand. He actually makes another one in the
Oh, okay.
series, which is even cooler. It's red and shit. It's a little bit slimmer. It's not as bulky. And I also like I love how he has his car there, and like
I
he
know,
has.
right?
I love how his
Fucking
car has his.
Oldsmobile
Oh, dude, that Oldsmobile's bad as fuck. I'd
is
own
bad
that
as
car in a
fuck.
harbor. And I love how in the trunk, like he has all the shit he needs. He has extra shells. He's got like a chemistry book. I'm like, what's a guy like this doing with a chemistry book? All right, fuck it, I'll
Well,
go
in
with
the
it.
first movie, they're from Michigan State University,
That's right.
so they're probably going to college and shit.
He a little old for college, that old man. But the ending battle is amazing. Again, the movie with practical effects. I love when he fights the little people, the little
The
versions of
the
himself.
little
Tiny
ashes,
Ash.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Well, I love how he like when he grows his second head. So that's practical. That's just a mold of Bruce's face, and that he did all the amount of physical comedy that he does is amazing. So good. And he's like all crawling and shit, and then it finally shows him like pop off, and evil Ash is like, and then you just see Ash. Boom. He's like, and then this is my favorite line from the whole movie. Just kind of gives him a good. bad, I'm the guy with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Just a badass, bro. I'm just like, that's my fucking dude. I will go to war with that man. Let's go. And you finally get to see what Evil Ash turns into. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're an ugly fuck. You need to die. But hey, Ash is a ladies' man too. He be getting all the women.
It's fine. He moved on real fast.
Telling you, man. Just the
He
charismatic fucking joking around and just being Ash.
hell to the king, baby. Gives her a big old smoocheroo.
Smoocheroo.
I love the S Smart fucking outfit. And when this is the end scene of the movie, and he gets this lever action. He's like boom, 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 boom,
That's a cool scene.
and then he's puts it in. He has a giant ass holster for this fucking gun. I'm like, this guy's a bad motherfucker. But hey, this movie is my favorite in the whole installment. This gets a triple stamp from me, and I'm gonna let you figure out what that third stamp is.
I I will say that at the end of that movie, when they're like, you have to recite those three words, don't forget.
Yeah.
Guarantee he forgot again,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I said something along the lines of it.
Like, no, you got to say you have to say these words exactly, or we're all fucked.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, whatever. It's like, but also it just goes to show, it's like, well, if I recite the lines, then I'm not like I'm gonna be bored.
yeah, that's true. Brandon, have you take it after that one?
I'm with Braxton 100% of the way. This is my absolute favorite out of all of them. Dude, I'll be honest. The end of the second one, when he goes through the portal, you're kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what direction is this movie taking?
Mm-hmm.
And then the third movie comes in, and it pretty much picks up exactly where the fucking second one leaves off, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I don't know, you know? It just it's so vastly different from the first and the second movie, which takes place at the cabin,
Mm-hmm.
and then this takes place during the medieval times. It's like, who fucking came up with this idea? Because this
It
is
went
amazing,
it went 0 from 100 real fucking quick.
right?
You're like, oh, wait a minute, time out. We were in a cabin in Michigan of like 10 minutes ago. We're in medieval England right now. What the fuck?
And with Braxton, like the movie just picks up like instantly. They fucking throw him in the pit, and he's fighting against a fucking deadite and all that. And then he comes up and he has his amazing speech, this fucking boomstick. Everyone's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is this?"
He's like,
And
I
then
ain't no
he
magician, but I know how to kill shit.
turns around and he's just like, "Boom!"
Oh,
Fucking shoots the chain and then shoots the fucking deadite back into the pit, dude. My favorite scene of this whole entire movie is when he's going to grab the book and he's sitting there and he's trying to recite. He's like, Galatu, Baradu, and he fucking coughs. Dude, it's like, what? I don't know. It's like the whole time I watched this with my wife and I had never seen this for sure. And she's like, why would that be you? And I just like, as I was watching the movie, I'm like, it probably would be me. This would all be me if I was in this situation, you know? And then my second favorite is the little ashes. And he's like fucking sitting there fighting them off. And I wasn't really gonna, I didn't want to talk much about the game during the first and the second movie we were talking about. But the third movie, like, it all just comes full circle. Like, Austin, you understand all the references and stuff now. I mean, you
Oh
know, in
yeah.
the game,
I mean,
when you're going around and like looting chests and stuff, sometimes they can be possessed and the little ashes come out. And it's like, I get it now, right?
yeah. I was kind of when I first played on like they had the Henry the Red, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why the fuck is there a medieval guy in this game?
Yeah.
And
Straight up.
I remember I just told Austin, I was like, gotta watch the movies.
I was just
Gotta
like,
just, it'll explain all, brother.
the fuck is happening?
That's who I
And
usually play as is Henry the Red, because
me
everyone
too.
always takes. Because Ash is always taken.
I can't you so you there's 4 different Ashes, I believe. There's first, second, third, and then series Ash.
I love Series Ash. He's my favorite. I love Old Man Ash. Seasoned, got the salt and pepper in his hair. Fuck.
But yeah, dude, Henry the Red is awesome, man. I love it. And then the like Braxton was saying, the ending scene, the fight scenes, just fucking great. You know, the effects in this movie just comes full circle. You're just like, this is fucking great. You know? And I love at the end the whole department store S Smart, like it it just is like opens up the fucking series pretty much. Like at that point, I feel like they knew that they are going to continue on with this, doing something,
Mhm.
and I love that. You know, but yeah, this is hands down my favorite out of all of them. It's so great, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen the series yet. It's something that's on. I know it's on me and my wife's watch list. She's seen it,
You son of a bitch.
but me and my wife
Bro.
have this thing where we have shows that we want to watch together, and then there's shows that I can watch by myself. By myself,
Sam.
that sounds bad, but like
Sam.
there's shows that we want to watch together, and we've agreed like we're gonna watch this together. But yeah, man, and then the original ending.
I didn't know there was an alternate ending. I might watch that
The
after
alternate
this.
ending's weird, and I'm so glad they didn't do it.
I know it. I watched it and I was like, this would have been interesting, you know. And they, but it's just too depressing, is what I read. But fucking 300 million fucking stamps of approvals, dude. I love this movie. I mean,
Facts.
I'm a I I quote this movie all the time. I always say groovy. I always am saying fucking Hail to the King, baby, all the time. Like swallow that. I'm always just fucking quoting this movie.
I got some you can swallow, you son of a bitch.
But yeah, or Austin.
Time out before Austin goes. I feel like we're gonna get a fucking out of him, and I'm gonna reach through and I'm gonna choke his bitch ass out.
Oh my god, I think we
We're
are.
gonna
I can
get a
see it
fucking
on his face, dude.
you son of a bitch.
It's
Oh
not
my
getting an It's not. It's not. But I will say, I think Evil Dead 2 is better.
Fuck
Oh
you.
my gosh. What?
So
No way.
before
No
I get
way,
it,
bro.
let's just hear me out.
I'm
I'll tell
hearing
you.
you out. I'm hearing you out. I'm hearing you out. I'm being patient. Let's hear it. I'll
One of
let
my
you
favorite
plead.
quotes is "Hell to the King, baby." I love that quote. Okay, and I do like the tiny ash idea. There's some in this one. There's some weird sound effects though. Okay, I'm not saying that's the reason I don't like it, but there's like this. It just it's hard to. Okay, so
Time out.
Little Ash is good.
Time out. Time out.
What?
Time out. You're telling me out of this whole movie, whole movie, you're gonna go. Yeah, the sound effects were a little weird.
Oh my
There's a
god.
freaking
What?
clown nose sound. Why is
Who
that
are
in
you,
there?
dude? Who are you?
Okay. Besides
No,
the
no,
fact,
no.
can I
No,
just?
keep going. You keep
Okay.
going. Yeah.
Listen.
Keep going. Keep
There's
going.
things I liked about this movie. Okay, I watched it, but I do feel Evil Dead 2 is just stronger. That's my opinion. Okay. As much as I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I didn't quite love it as much as you guys do. Okay. I think this is a step down from the first two. I did enjoy the more action adventure elements that this movie had, but I do wish they kept the horror stuff in there because I do not think there's a lot of horror stuff in this. horror elements, I should say, like the first two. I get it's a whole different direction. It's medieval times, you know. I don't know. I think that's why I really love the first two, because especially Evil Dead 2. I love that there's comedy in it, but I didn't also shy away from horror. You know, I just think the
Okay.
comedy and the horror works so well in Evil Dead 2. Well, yeah, you forgot to show your Army of Darkness steelbook.
Yeah, real quick,
Hey, will you just
everyone.
hold that real quick?
Fucking Army of Darkness. Braxton, you wanted to see the back.
Oh, yeah, I'm buying it. I'm buying it, and I'm
Then you
gonna
got
keep it forever.
the side, dude.
That's fucking nummy.
And it comes with 4 discs. One of them is a director's cut,
Ooh, I'd love to watch the director's cut.
but and an international cut.
The
But
fuck's the
yeah, dude.
international cut?
I don't know.
That's fucking. I love it how fucking yacked our boy is.
uh,
Um,
no, Austin. Yeah, Austin has his opinion, obviously, and that's fine.
what was I gonna
I don't
say?
know. I just love it. I
I,
just love
and I'm
how
not
different it
shy.
takes.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm not saying it's not getting an eh. I still
Thank God.
enjoyed what I was watching. I just didn't love it as much as I loved Evil Dead 2.
All right,
Okay.
okay, you're forgiven.
I don't know this one you probably won't forgive me for, but I do think some of the comedy in this one doesn't work, and that's just me. I'm sorry. I'm not apologizing for it. Actually, I take back my sorry. I do also think the practical effects is a step down in this one. Then I feel like they did a lot in Evil Dead 2, and in this one, you got some Deadites, you got Evil Ash, but most of it's just skeletons. Okay, I don't know. I Bruce Campbell as Ash is once again great, and I did like he was more talkative. Okay, I do think uh, Evil Dead 2 has a little bit more charm, a little bit more charismatic. Because in this one, he just comes off as an asshole. And I did not get that from him in Evil Dead 2.
He wants to come back to
You
his time. He's fucking done. He's ready to go
listen,
back home.
listen. Time out. Let me just say something. If you went through the shit he went through, you'd be a fucking asshole too.
The camera work by Sam Raimi is great, and I will always love Ash getting chased through the woods. And I do like a lot of the one-liners.
So what comedy parts or scenes are you saying that don't fit? I'm
Trying to think.
curious.
Um, God, you guys are gonna hate me.
Oh no!
I do like the idea of Tiny Ash,
Oh, you're gonna shit on Tiny Ash?
but that just didn't work. I don't know. I think it's just the sound effects. The sound effects
Dude,
are very different in this one.
What
Tiny
the?
Ash is great, especially I'm just thinking of that like in the game where all the fucking tiny ashes
Oh, I
jump
haven't
out and
seen that.
attack.
I haven't seen that. I didn't even know they were in the game. I don't know.
Yeah, they are in the game.
I think the biggest takeaway for just is that I think they just went away from all the horror elements.
I,
There's no
I'm
blood
not
in this. I'm
I'm
not
not
saying that makes the movie bad. I'm just saying like, you know what I mean?
Austin, we're not we're messing with you.
Nebraska's
I'm
Dogging on
dis-
you.
not.
But
I'm not.
like
I'm disappointed.
but like I don't know. It's just the the second movie has the comedy, and I think the third one just amps up the comedy.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah,
also didn't really like when he was. I like the part with the books, but when he gets like a long face,
that shit was funny as
that didn't
fuck.
work for me. I don't know. Okay, but I know it sound like
Shit.
I even put this in my review. I know it sounds like I didn't really enjoy this. But Bruce Campbell makes it enjoyable for me, and it's still worth the watch, even with some of the problems I had. It's a 3 out of 5. Okay, so if I had to rank it, Evil Dead 2, The Evil Dead, and then I will put Army of Darkness third. Okay, I
Damn.
respect
Right.
my opinion. It's not an It's not an
Listen,
Austin, it's okay.
listen. You can take. Listen, you can have your opinion, even though it's wrong. You can have it.
I just don't know if I guess in the way I was expecting it to be Evil Dead 2 and then like with all that stuff just in medieval times, and I think I just got something a little bit different than
It's
what
I
I
okay.
was
think
expecting.
We love
in
you.
this
It's
movie,
okay.
at this point, the Deadites, I think they just love fucking with Ash. They think it's
Oh yeah.
funny, and that's how demons are. They like to fucking mess with people
Mm-hmm.
and you know fucking make jokes and all that. Like they're serious, but they're not. That makes sense.
Yes.
I just think
And
Henrietta was such a great person in Evil Dead 2, and I do like Evil Ash.
you
It's
gotta think
just
Henrietta was possessed by the Deadites, pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
like she was a Deadite, and it's apparent in the second movie, like they weren't trying to kill him. They're just fucking driving him crazy. They're just messing with him. And that extends into this movie. Like they're just fucking messing with him. They think it's funny. He's he can take a lot of shit. So it's like, why not fuck with him? Why kill him right away? Why not play with our food? You know?
Yeah, I
But
just think
then they try to kill him, and it's like
And
you
then
ain't
it's like,
getting
no,
shit,
you this
motherfucker.
guy, you know?
yeah, I
And then they come
just
back in the very end scene in S Mart and he's like, here we go again. They're, probably gonna fuck with me again.
yeah, I just think the first two Evil Deads did so much of practical, and like I just think the third one didn't have that much. As I meant with like makeup wise, like
Yeah.
yes, time like the big old double head was great, you know, but we didn't see anything to the extent of what was in the second one. That's just what I think. What I
I
do
wonder
want to
how.
say, my second favorite quote though, is when Ash is talking to Henry the Red, and then Ash is just like, "You ain't leading but two things right now: Jack and shit, and Jack left town."
Oh my fuck! I totally forgot about that one.
That one's good.
So good.
I do, yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. Just wasn't my favorite.
All right,
I
I'm
I
gonna
wonder.
hurry. Oh, sorry, Brandon. Do you want to go?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was. How did? Do we know how they filmed the little Ash scene?
No, I
Probably
might
I
with.
look.
mean, this movie came out in '92, so
They
I.
probably did it with Bruce Campbell, uh, on like a giant set.
Let's see.
He looks small, but I don't know. Movie magic, bro. Movie magic.
Movie magic, but
I do love too
evil
when he.
evil
Oh, sorry.
Ash, dude. I'm sorry. I'm
I,
I'm just
no,
fucking
you're good.
reminiscing now.
I just love when Evil Ash finally fully grows his head out of his shoulder, and they're like he gives him the old Three Stooges like doink. Ah, I'm blind. I'm blind.
Dude, fuck.
Right. Okay.
Well,
Here's my rankings. Here's my ranking for the saga, if you will, because of the TV show. I'm gonna go Army of Darkness, number one. I'm gonna go Ash versus Evil Dead, the series, number two, because I'm gonna consider that. I'm gonna go Evil Dead 2, and then I'm sorry, Evil Dead takes that last spot. It's last, but definitely not least. It's where it all began.
I same list as Braxton, except I am gonna leave out Ash versus Evil Dead because I haven't seen it. I know I'm a piece of shit, guys.
You're not a piece of shit. You're just a fuck.
Same concept, but yes. And we'll just move Evil Dead 2, number 2, and then the last Evil Dead. But I love all of them. I'd watch I'd watch all of them in a row and be happy.
Yeah, I would definitely like say like it is worth watching all three. And Bruce Campbell just makes all of them enjoyable. And
Mhm.
then with how Sam Raimi directs, like after watching this, I remember some scenes in Doctor Strange. I was like, oh, yep, he brought some of that magic, some of that in, and with
Mhm.
Spider Man. So I think just those two duos are for a force to be reckoned with, and that you should check out all three. I already said my ranking: Evil Dead 2, The Evil Dead, and then Army of Darkness. I do want to watch the series now. I do want to jump back in the game after knowing all these references and what to know about the game. You know, I was remember playing the game. I was like, "There's an evil Ash. What the fuck?"
What
Can
about
I?
this? Oh, I'm
Oh, sorry.
sorry. What about the scene where like the little ashes are attacking him and he grabs the fucking boiling pot and he's like, "How about some
Oh,
hot chocolate?" Fucking dumps it down his throat.
oh, I was like, my man ain't gonna taste shit for like 2 weeks. He burnt everything up.
Uh,
Can we just say, how about the music?
oh yeah,
Music was
Love the
great.
music in it.
I don't know if you knew, but it was by Danny Elfman.
Is Elfman do the Evil
Elfman.
Dead too?
Well, he does. No, he just only does Army of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's the one you were talking about. But all the
Oh,
music,
I was talking about a
honestly,
music over everything.
oh, it's great.
let's just
Also, fun fact. So for the trailer for Army of Darkness, the original trailer for the movie, they use I forget what Metallica song it is, but they use a Metallica song as like in the it. Oh, I forget what it was, but I was like, because I was listening to Metallica the other day. I was like, holy shit, this is on the trailer of fucking Army of Darkness.
that's great. Let's just talk about how well the fucking developers did for the Evil Dead game. I mean, they brought back all the original voice actors. They obviously brought back Bruce Campbell for one pretty much last big hoorah, and he brings it, dude. He fucking brings it.
Mm-hmm.
And the game is, I enjoyed it, honestly. Like, it's a different type of game than the whole run away from the fucking killer that
It's run towards the killer with a double barrel fucking shotgun.
but they just stayed true. They gave the fans what they wanted. Iconic fucking phrases, iconic areas, everything everybody knows and loves. So, yeah, man.
Check them out.
If
Watch them.
you haven't fucking seen any of these movies,
You're missing
go watch
out.
them.
Go
And
watch them
fuck
now.
it, why not also watch? You obviously watch the series, but why not watch the fucking Evil Dead, like the remake, 2013 film? Because there is a little bit of love at the end,
They're making
but
they are going
Evil,
through for the Evil Dead 2. I read that today.
yeah, Evil Dead Rise
Evil
is
Dead
what.
Rise.
Believe it's going to be the last. I don't know if they're going to keep doing it after this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how far. As
I'm
bad as this
sorry,
sounds, I don't know how far they would get by making like a whole rebooted series without
Bruce
Ash.
Campbell. Yeah.
Without, yeah, honestly, without Bruce Campbell.
I don't
I
think it's gonna
mean,
get very far.
I don't want to
Well,
say I don't want to say that they couldn't, but they're just such great movies. And Bruce Campbell is like he is Evil Dead. Like you think Evil Dead, you're like Bruce fucking Campbell, Ash Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So
well. Also, we talked about this last week about Halloween. How Halloween 3 has nothing to do with Mike Myers. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like, it's like, it's like, how are you gonna go forward without even having your main character? It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
honestly,
I haven't seen
they
the
should leave
reboot.
them for what they are and just Like,
I don't.
just keep. I would go see these movies in theaters. Why not? I
I
don't know.
wish they would release these movies in theaters again.
Hell
It would be
yeah.
so cool to see. Braxton,
Yes, sir.
I don't know if Brandon will agree with me on this, but I don't know if you would like the remake.
I don't think I would either.
The remake,
I mean, it's a
it,
horror movie,
yeah,
honestly.
and it's super bloody. I don't know.
It,
I don't think that would stop you, but
Yeah, I don't mind blood. I'm just like, I don't like being creeped
it,
the fuck out. I value my sleep too much.
yeah, you're not gonna be able to. It won't have the same. It's just 100% different. Like you don't have Bruce Campbell in it. It's
Yeah.
a whole new cast, a whole new
Yeah.
director. So
Yeah. But it's basically the same premise.
yes, it has some callbacks.
All right.
It has the chainsaw in it. Who's
All
for a
right.
different reason though? No, the same reason. Oh, I totally forgot to mention that in Evil Dead 2, where Linda headless bodies just with the chainsaw. That practice, and I saw how they filmed that. They had one of the dudes who made the sculpture of that on a skateboard, and he's holding the sculpture, and he's just on the back on the skateboard running at Bruce Campbell.
it's
Awesome.
crazy.
So
That's awesome, though.
yeah, I tell you, man, Evil Dead 2 is my favorite. It's my favorite.
I love when she's dancing and her head pops off.
They also did some cool. I don't know if it's right, but I feel like they did some stop motion in those two because that looks
They
very
did.
stop motion.
Yeah. Well, also, I love when her head's in the vice and she turns back into like normal looking Linda and she's
Yeah.
like, "Ash, don't do this." And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch." Boom.
He moves on quickly, man.
Exactly. He's like, "Nah, you ain't the same broad, dude. Fuck you." Boom.
You ain't the same.
Ash, don't. Oh, that's a level in the game, and she's constantly Ash. I'm like, shut up, bitch.
Oh,
Shut
dude,
up.
the fucking the first mission in the game, the very end, where you fight Henrietta.
Oh
Fuck
my
her.
god. I'm like, dude,
She is
that was a
fucking.
hard. And there's other tanks that come in, and you're like, God damn it,
And
you
you don't have
gotta
a
start.
chance to fucking pretty much wipe your ass, dude.
Yeah, no, you gotta move and if you weren't able to move and reload, you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
You'd
It
be.
took me a while to beat
Oh
that.
yeah, it took me a minute.
So I need to download that again and jump back into it.
Let's do it.
We've all been talking about downloading it and replaying it again.
I haven't played it since I bought it.
I don't think any of us have. Because I
It's just
haven't.
it kind of sucks because other shit started coming out and games like that games just kind of get away from you sometimes.
I kind of want to redo it now since I've actually seen them now.
Let's do it. I'm in.
But Brandon, remind me, but I don't think you're going to be on next week.
Negative. Uh, Air show. We'll be working that bitch 16-hour days.
Don't you worry, because me and Braxton are bringing you guys Monster House. Yes, I
This
said it. Monster House.
this will actually
Oh,
be the first episode that I'm not on.
The very first.
good. Get fucked.
Yeah.
But hey, I have a family Halloween party that Sunday, so we will still record, but I don't know when. That night,
Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday, or
Okay,
no.
good.
Are we recording Saturday?
We would have to, yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to
This
figure it out.
motherfucker works.
Well, I work. Well, no, I don't. Actually, time out. I don't work next Saturday. Fall break, bitches. Let's go work for a school district. But it's Coleslaw Gaming. It's his bachelor party, so we'd have to do it maybe during the day.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yes, I have to be on for Monster House because I'm the one. I was like, "Can we do Monster House, please?"
I
I
don't know.
love Monster House.
If it comes down to it, I could do one by myself. I just don't know how that would work.
I don't
Never
want it
done
because
it.
I want to be. I don't want it because I want to be on for Monster House. I fucking love Monster House.
But We're also trying to think of some other movies. I know we have The Thing scheduled.
Ooh, we have to do the thing. Oh my
I
god.
would. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but I have like a. I don't know if you guys seen the remake of it, Fright Night.
Okay, yeah.
But I want to watch the original because I've never seen the 1985 film.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
So something like that. Just a spooky season. I just want to watch scary movies all season long.
I'm down.
But I'm excited to check out Monster House. I watched it forever ago. Loved it. So it'll be good to watch it with my daughter. But yeah.
That movie used to scare the shit out of me. Nevercracker used to creep me the fuck out.
Been a while since I've seen it, but
Oh yeah, I'm
the
definitely
movie
watching that.
fucks.
Fucks hard.
But this is, like I said, our first actual video recorded pod. That's going to be up on YouTube. Probably make some clips out of it if I can figure out how to, and we can put or post it on our Instagram.
And our TikTok.
Oh, sorry, our TikTok. That's what I meant. TikTok
And Instagram.
and Instagram. Fuck it. It's everywhere.
All of it. All of it. That's what we
And
do.
most
Social
likely,
media,
the
bitch.
only clip I can think of is saying I didn't enjoy Army of Dead.
And us just wanting to beat the shit out of you.
You know that he didn't enjoy it because he just called it the Army of Dead.
Oh, did I?
No. No.
Damn.
You know how I noticed he didn't like it? Because, you can always tell, because Austin will sit like this.
I'm glad you guys
Excellent.
went first. I'll be honest with you, because I was like,
I
I
was
don't want to
like-
start
I was
it
like-
off. Because
Dude,
I was
oh
like-
my
I
god,
was
that's
like-
why he said I'll let Braxton take care. Oh my god.
And also, before you got on, I was telling Braxton, I was like, I'm very interested to see where our rankings go, because I already
Every
had
time Austin says that, I assume the worst.
No,
I assumed him to be like,
I just know he's
fucking
no,
hated it.
because he gets real quiet and he's just like,
Yeah, because I didn't say much when you guys were talking about Army of Darkness.
that's how I knew because after I was done talking and you were going, Brandon, I kind of looked over at him. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna give it an eh. I swear to God.
It didn't get an
Hey.
A. It's
That's
better than
coming-
Morbius.
That's coming from the guy that said that Morbius is his favorite movie of the year.
You know, I still haven't changed my name on Steam. It's still Morbius #1.
Oh my God, you have to keep it.
I actually was playing a game the other day, and I just joined a random lobby, and I just sat there and said, Morbius is the best movie of the year. Morbius. And then I just left.
It will be it is the best movie of the year.
God damn
Fuck
it,
you.
man.
I can't wait for our New Year's episode when we do our movies of the year. It's gonna be great.
Austin's gonna be like, Morbius is #1. Woohoo!
Oh, what
I'll
it
say, I
sucks,
still
Jared
haven't seen
Leto's.
any movie that's Morbius is still my my half-star rating. Not even 1.5. My half-star rating. Everything else has gotten 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s.
5 stars.
5 stars.
Has anything gotten a 1?
No. Well, maybe. Let me check. Since I have you guys here.
Fuck.
I have a whole list dedicated to my movies of the year. Has something gotten a 1? Anyways, as I look this up, we'll start closing each other out.
Do
I
it.
hope everyone has a great week and watch a lot of movies and play a lot of video games and
I know I will because
you
I
know
only got to
have
work.
a good fucking holiday, everyone. Fuck yeah. It's a holiday
Yeah.
weekend, baby.
Dude, I only have 2 days of work this week, so yeah. Well, at the high school I do, but I'll probably go into MRes. Shout out Mountain Regional Equipment Solutions.
Yeah, no, nothing's gotten a 1.
Wow.
Close second though to that is Jurassic World. So
Really?
yeah, and then right after that's Minions.
Shit.
So you know what? Yeah, there's
Austin's
sure
top,
to be some
Austin's
stinkers.
top 3 of the year.
You already know my top 3. I've said it on this pod before.
Yeah, Morbius, Jurassic World, and Minions.
You're gonna make him act up.
This is the last pod.
Can we
Austin
just
fucking hates me.
can we just close this pod with some fucking peace, please.
Anyways, I'm Austin.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Braxton.
And we are
And we
We are
are
the
the
entertainment junkies.
What the fuck?
Braxton was a little late there.
Yeah, I know. Don't do drugs. Don't drink and drive. Get a gallon of water in a day. And communism never works. Have a good week. We will see you Friday.
Peace
Bye.
out.
You Bobby Mini, love you. Bye.